Great job, Ellen. I want to get right into the broker update. I'm actually at the airport, so forgive me if you hear background noise. I'm going to be going over to my gate in a minute to get on an airplane. But I wanted to go through the broker update. I've got a quick tip for all of you as well. I'm just going to do this myself. We really loved the whole corporate team doing it last time, but for sake of timeliness and synergy, I'm just going to do it quickly. McGuire, of course, if you find my audio is not working, or Morgan, I'm sorry, my video, just shut it down. I'm using my mobile Wi-Fi right now, and hopefully that's good enough. It's amazing technology allows us to do this, isn't it? All right, broker updates. First of all, I wanted to tell you about something Giggle has. Write this down, everybody. Giggle has a prepayment discount of 50% off the interest you agreed to pay if you paid off in the first 30 days. So as an example, one of your clients gets $1,000 funding. They're paying back $1,400, let's say. If they paid off in 30 days, they only pay $1,200. You get 1,000, only have to pay back $1,200. Now you may say, well, that's a percentage and this and that, and that's a high percentage. Again, if someone can get money at their bank or get a personal loan at a lower percentage, they should. Most of those make you keep the loan 5 years or charge you a lot more. So that's spectacular. You may want to reach out to any DoorDash drivers, Uber drivers tell them about that. Instant funding today. And if you only need the money for 2 or 3 weeks, my goodness, you're only paying 20%. Give someone 1,000, get back 1,200. You go, that's a lot. How much do you want to make to give someone money? Right. So this is a commercial business doing it online. It's a great product. So that's a Giggle prepayment discount. It's in every offer. They see it. They get their 1,000. It'll show 1,400 repay. Payback within 30 days, only 1,200. So it shows it in the offer, so they know it. That's good news. All of our funding has prepaid discount, but most of them don't have 50% off. All right. That takes me to the next announcement. Our core rate, 100% prepayment discount. That product is the only one in the market where someone can get business funding. And if they pay it off early, whenever they pay it off, they don't owe any more interest. It's unheard of. Banks don't even do that. Banks make you pay a penalty to pay it off early. This product, as an example, we had a client get $160,000 less than a month ago. The broker got paid 1/4, so they got paid on 40. Right now, you get paid on 1/4 up front in case they pay it off early. If they don't pay it off early, you get the rest of the commission after 90 days, right? But if they pay it off early, you still got paid on 40,000 in this example, and they paid it off in 2 weeks, and they still got broker still got a commission. So what happens is they got 160 grand, and they had it for a couple weeks and paid it off. Do you know they only paid interest for 2 weeks? 2 weeks. That on our carrier in that case actually lost money on the client because they paid us a commission and kept it. It's an incentive they ran for the clients to get. Now, here's the great news. That client can get more money after 30 days. So that broker just made someone very happy, introduced them to a product that does not exist anywhere but here. Banks don't even offer it. And it's easier to get approved than a bank funding. You don't have to put up collateral. And spectacular. We had another one get $40,000, pay it off early. So now here's the only thing that's a caveat is you get paid when they first get this advance, because they may pay it off early and they can't give us any more. We get paid fourth. So you're going to get paid a fourth of what you'd get if they don't pay it off early. So on 160,000, we pay you as if they did 40,000, right? And then you get the bonus revenues if it was 40,000 as well, 1/4. On the 40,000, they got bonus revenues if it was 10,000. So obviously you get paid less now because there's a risk to the lender that they're going to pay it off early. In this case, they did. And so the broker doesn't get paid anymore. We don't have to give any money back, though. There's no money taken back. So we get guaranteed money. And now after 90 days, if they don't pay it off early, then we get a bonus 3 times what you already got. Actually, yeah, 3 times what you already got. So you end up getting paid on that full 160. So they do 160 up front. You get paid as if they're only doing 40. If they don't pay it off, then you get paid after 90 days, the rest of on the next 120. Is that cool? So that's really spectacular. Who it's for is clients who don't need the money long term. They wouldn't take the money otherwise. You know how many clients we said, I don't want to pay for a year and a half. I need the money for 3 weeks. 6 weeks. I got a construction job and I'm going to be paying it off as soon as I get paid in 5 weeks. I don't want to agree to pay for 9 months. I don't need it, right? So that's where these come in. Now, we've had some brokers say, I'm not promoting that product anymore. I'm not going to promote that product if I only get paid at fourth. What they don't realize is they wouldn't have got an approval. They wouldn't have got the funding done. The clients only take this when they pay more if they don't pay it off early. They actually agree to pay more if they keep it for the length of the loan. So if they agree to 14 months and they keep it, they're paying more to have that 100% prepayment discount. But they take it because they know they're going to pay it off early. And then they don't pay more. But if they ride the whole 14 months, they're actually paying a little bit more than if they got one of our other products that doesn't have a 100% prepayment discount. They could have got a lower price. So just know this, if your client wants this, it's because they only need the money for a short period of time. They wouldn't have taken our other offer. They got great funding, best offers, lowest price, and you got paid something for taking care of a client. And then after 30 days, they can get funding again. It's spectacular. I love seeing when these people pay off early. I love it because that means the client really got taken care of at a low cost. They only kept the money 2 weeks. They're only paying for 2 weeks. The interest, and they pay it off. And you still get paid as if they took 40% the money. It's impeccable. Now, the training says you get paid after 90 days. Just so you know, it's not day 91 or day 92. Matt Dehane brought this up today. And thanks, Matt, for mentioning it. The training makes it seem, the certification training makes it seem like right on day 91, you get paid. And the reality is, we don't know if they paid it off early immediately. We're notified later. So, like on this one that was 40,000 that was paid off, they paid it off 3 weeks ago. We just were notified. So sometimes we're not going to know. We know when we get that extra commission, right? So don't be looking if it's day 94 and you haven't been paid yet. Don't think we're trying to keep you from being paid. We don't have data yet. Until we have the data we need, we can't issue the money, right? But it's usually by day 95 or 96 you're paid. But sometimes it's going to be day 100 before we know for sure. So just know that we're on it. We're tracking it. We have a spreadsheet of every one of these, and we're tracking when the day 90 comes, and we're reaching out to the provider. Hey, did they pay it off? Did they pay it off? We want to issue more money, right? So we're on it. Just know that. And if you're of the opinion at this point that this is not a good product because you only get paid on 40,000 on a 160, or 100,000 on a 400,000, or 50,000 on a 200,000, then you don't understand what it's like to be that business owner who only needs the money for 6 weeks. You've got a product not available anywhere else. And yeah, you get paid less now. If they don't take advantage of the prepay, you get paid full commission after 90 days. So that's spectacular. You may not get paid till day 100, but know this, we're tracking it, and you'll get the BR added. When we do that, we don't add it as a new client, but we do add the bonus revenue. So it does climb you up the ladder. The leaders in the agencies above get paid. Everybody earns more. But we don't add that second batch of bonus revenue until after the 90 days. All right. Hopefully that's clear. That's a great product. I told Wade, I'm hoping every one of my customers is eligible for that and takes advantage of it. Why? They'll tell the world about it. It's cheaper than bank funding. It's faster, cheaper, and hey, I'll take a fourth commission. I'll get paid on a fourth of it every time if they're only keeping the money 3 weeks. Come on. I'm surprised they can do that. Now, fortunately or unfortunately, about 60% of our clients who take that product keep it the whole length. They end up paying a little bit more, but they thought they'd be able to pay it off early. So they agree to pay 1 or 2% more to have that option to pay it off in 90 days. Or any time. They pay it off in month 4, they get savings. In month 5, 6, 7. We just keep full commission if they don't pay it off at 90. That's spectacular. Okay. So there's no clawback because we're only giving you 1/4, right? We do have something called clawbacks, and we talked about it in the training. I just want to mention it. We had one this month. It's the first one we've had in several months. It's where a company gets the money and it almost like commits fraud. They get the money, they take the money, they change their bank account, they purposely don't pay, they don't communicate, they say no. And we had one this month. And what happens in that case is we then take back the commission, right? If you've already spent the commission, you have a credit on your account, it comes off your future commissions. So if you're able to pay it back, it's better to pay it back because we carry the burden. We give the full commission back, and then we try to get commission back from our brokers. We've got the money to pay it back. So we end up having a balance of clawbacks that we've paid back that haven't been able to collect back from the brokers. So if you have it, it's still on your get debit card, just send it right back, because you got to pay it anyway. But it's rare. If you pre-screen people the right way, if you know the customers, these are usually online customers that don't know the broker. They're purposely looking for a way to take money, get through a deal and then run, right? That happens. But if you know, I just want to say this, if you know our funding is great when you're going to have an outcome from that funding greater than the cost. It is awful. So this is a rule I have. If you got a good business that's in a pinch, we can get you the money. If you got a bad business that's in a pinch, you shouldn't take money. You don't need money. You need a change of your business plan. Your business is bad. You're losing money anywhere. Getting more money to buy you another 6 months or 6 weeks of survivorship is only going to hurt more because now you got to pay back 1.3 times that or 1.4 times that. So if it's not a good business already, if it's losing money and this money isn't for a strategy that's going to help get to profitability, don't tell them they need money. Tell them they need to think about strategic changes. What are the strategic changes they need to make? That's what a pro does. An amateur goes, get them the money. I got a commission. Yay. A pro says, hang on, before you do that, let's evaluate something. You're losing. What do you need it for? Because I got to cover payroll. Well, are you going to change anything so then 3 weeks from now, when you're paying for this and it costs you this much every week, do you have a way with this money to increase revenue and profit so you can make payroll in 3 weeks? Because now you're going to have a payment as well. So you may take care of last week's payroll, but what are you doing to make sure next week's payroll is covered if this money's already spent? So pros do that. It's a prerequisite of a pro. Amateurs don't do it. They just refer to the link and say, hey, they're an adult. They take the money or they don't. Okay. National champ, Pather Neff. Congratulations, Pather. We put his picture up on Facebook. Man, he was the leader after week 1, and he led it all the way through. It was like the Michigan Wolverines, dominating week 1 and on. And he dominated the entire time. We're going to have him on an interview in the future. Right now, we've got trophies ordered for the Final Four. They're coming. We also gave swag to all the Final Four, the BB swag, DAC swag. We're doing the same for Pather. We offered him an experience. He's deciding whether he wants that experience or the cash value. That's up to him. I think he's leaning toward the cash value, but hey, we're okay either way. We love experiences more, but that's okay because then we can share pictures of that experience and all that. Now, so Pather, rock on, did to the Final Four, Linhan Tran, Ben Randalls, Nick DeHane. Great job for all of you. Your trophies are being shipped soon. They're ordered. We personalize them. We ordered them at the same time as the national champ for economics and shipping. So they're all coming. We put pictures up on Facebook. We think they're pretty spectacular. I want one of those. And hopefully you'll value that. Put it somewhere that, you're proud of because you did beat out thousands of brokers here in the top. I've got a 3-minute end time here to go get my flight. So I'm going to compress. We're running a new contest. You'll hear about it in the near term where everyone stays until the end and everyone who hits certain points wins something. And so we're doing it where rising tide raises all ships. And we want to see everyone. We're flirting with different contests that are designed to help all of your broker agencies do better because you earn more when your agencies do better. So we want everyone to stay in the contest till the end. And some challenges that say, if you get to this checkpoint, you get this checkpoint, you get this, and you'll still have a champion who wins at the end in a Final Four, but everyone can get to the victory prize, not just the champ. Champ will get something else, maybe some recognition, different, but everyone who gets to a certain point can win it. We're looking at the economics of budgets and what we could do. I'd love to throw some nice cruises and trips into it if you hit certain points, because we know we've generated revenue to pay for those. You can lose money on contests if you're putting a lot into something and it's not generating more revenue because you just added a new cost without the revenue bumping. So we got to be mindful. We're a free business. We only make money on commissions, just like you as brokers. We only get paid every time a client happens, just like you. So you can see how weeks go by with, we have a dip and the money we bring in is less, and other weeks it's real high. And so we just got to be mindful, and you get it. And why do we do that? Well, did you ever hear about Forever Living? Forever Living is a large network marketing company who, for all people's intent and purposes, would say is a pretty good company, but 90% of the people there don't make any money, and the FTC just nailed them. one of the best MLM companies, one of the best MLM companies out there. The FTC is nailing them, Federal Trade Commission, because they promote an income opportunity. 9 out of 10 don't make their money back. They actually lose money, according to the FTC. They actually lose money. What do I say on every call? 9 out of 10 never make their money back. I can't sleep well at night making money as they don't. I'm not blaming the owners who don't, but every one of them's at risk. I've said it for 20 years. Those CEOs, eventually, those companies are going to, the FTC is going to get them, because you can't have 9 out of 10 losing money and promote the income opportunity the way you are. You need customers, not internal consumption, and forever living. So if you are in part of a network marketing company that is a product company, that is internal consumption, that is a consumer product, know that 95% don't make their money back. I've said it. I'll say it. I said it since 95, and I'll say it again. The FTC just went after one of the biggest. Guess what that means? Precedent for all the others. So if you get a residual income from that, or you know people who do, it's at risk. It's always been at risk. That's why I didn't feel comfortable setting it up. I didn't know when it would happen, but a shoe just dropped. What do we say? We're free. It's harder for us as owners. It's harder for us to have consistent revenue. It's harder. We got to be more disciplined. It's harder for you to build a team, because it's a lot easier to get 1,000 people to get excited, yeah, and buy $50 worth of product and do 50,000 a month in sales than it is to generate new 50,000 every month. So it's a lot easier. But the reality is, it's at risk. And one day it's at risk. I don't want you to build something at risk. What we're doing is not at risk. What we're doing, the regulators love. You look, we're free. We've never taken a credit card from a broker, ever. I don't even ask you for your credit card. We don't even have payment processing ability. We do it for our ID Protect product as a consumer, but we don't even ask you for anything, right? Because I need to sleep well at night. Last thing I want to say is the huddles. I've got a video coming out called the prerequisites of succeeding. We got an amateur level, we got a pro level. And there's certain things you've got to know and believe to even be here. There's another batch of things you got to know and believe and be good at. And then there's another batch, if you're a pro, that you got to know and be good at. And it's okay in the early days to not be good at all the pro things, but every one of us needs to have the basic levels and then the secondary levels if we want to make money here. I'm just going to be transparent. I see everyone's paychecks. I know what it takes. I know who's making it, who's not. And so I'm going to lay out what the pros do and why they're doing well, what the amateurs do who are doing well, because we have amateurs doing well too, who don't understand what a pro does. They can't determine the best fit for funding for clients, but they get customers because they know how to do their prerequisites. I'm putting the training out next week, and that's when I plan to record it. But I'm on a family vacation with my fam, so I may not get it done next week, but it's coming. But I will say this, the first prerequisites, actually, I'm not going to go through them now. You can imagine what some of them are, but each one's going to have a checklist. Am I there or not? I had it in my weekly email, but it was too much to read in an email. So I need to do it on video, but it's already done. It's going to be spectacular. We're going to recruit differently. We're going to let people know this in the BizOp overview, that here's the prerequisites. If you want to be just someone who refers this out, here's the prerequisites. If you want to be a pro and lead your local market, and you got to be good at these or you won't get paid. You won't earn a check. Why do 90% of our people not get paid? They don't have the prerequisites. And one of them is a willingness to talk about it. But even some who are willing to talk about this scare people off. Do you know anyone who's a real estate agent that you would not use to sell your home? Yeah. Do you know any mortgage people that you won't use to get a mortgage? Yeah. Do you know any life insurance people you won't use to get life insurance? Sure. What makes you want to use some real estate agents over others? So if you're not becoming the person and not behaving like the person that someone would want to use for funding, they may need funding and want funding, but not get it from you. We're going to help you with that. We're not going to let that be something that hurts you going forward. We're going to disciple expertise, disciple the confidence needed, disciple the things. Otherwise, you're better playing the amateur role, which is referral based, email, text. And when you've got someone who wants to talk, put them on with your up team leader. Put them on with your agency leader. I've helped people in the last week get clients to apply and get funded because I talked to them myself, and our broker wasn't prepared yet to talk to them. So they put me on the phone with them, and now the customer feels comfortable and they're applying. And some have already gotten funded, but the broker wasn't comfortable. So that's called a three-way call. We'll show you the prerequisites of how to do it when you're at the amateur level. And right now, I will just say this. If you don't feel comfortable showing the best fit of our funding, why us over banks, when banks are better and we're better, what our cost is of funds versus benefit of funds. If you don't know the way to explain that real well, you need to use a three-way call with your upline expert. What you want to do is tell them, hey, I'm new at this, but I'd love you to get on the phone and go through this with my agency leader, and they can cover everything for you. Because I'm telling you, I'm doing it for clients and it's working. And because I'm a pro level at this, I'm okay telling them, you don't need funding, you need a strategy change. It's bad for you to get funding. Have you considered A, B, or C? I can talk business with them and they're appreciative. And then they're going, oh, cool. So get this here, try to get an SBA in a year, do this now. Okay, this now. So these are the things that your pros know how to do already. You may not know, and it's okay. We're going to disciple you and teach you how to. But until then, use a three-way call. Precious reached out to me today and said, David, can you talk to one of my clients? Absolutely. Count on it. I can. Now I'm getting on an airplane, but if you got a client you need me to talk to them, go to your agency leader. Who's your agency leader and your up team? If you don't know, ask support and call them and say, I want to do three-way calls with you when I get a client, if I'm not prepared to take it. Many times they'll just click on your link. And I end with this. I've got an email system I'm using. I get 2 clients using it, and I've sent out less than 200 emails. Got 2 clients. The email works every time. It's never failed. I tell everyone, I'll tell 100% of people, please just put this as your subject line. Say this in your email. Hi, I'm local. Just wanted to just do it. Look up numbers and call them. 2. One of them's $500,000, hasn't funded yet. One of them got accepted the funding yesterday. These are 2 emails that I just send cold. I don't know the people. And they didn't call me. They clicked on the link and applied. That's our amateur program. We're going to show you how to do it. But if they call, you got to be ready to pull up Ellen, pull up Wade, pull up McGuire, pull up Matt, whoever, Nick, whoever your up team leader is. You got to be able to put them on the phone and handle it with some pre-screening yourself. We'll help you with that.